Oh yeah,
Kid
Ed
Cudi.
nah. Take it,
Yeah.
go,
That's
go,
such a
take it.
British, it's such a British type of sound.
Hey Marco, welcome.
Yeah, what's good?
I'm good, man. Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for
Everyone
having me
listening,
here again.
welcome to Delite Side of Life. Marco in the building, Marco Itena.
Yeah, what's good, people? Yeah. Thanks for having me back again, Delite.
Yeah, Mosulastach, you want to talk a lot. So I said come back.
Nah.
Let's talk about something worthwhile on a
Yeah.
mic.
Whoa.
Yeah, guys, I dropped something. Yeah, things happen. Nature.
Yeah, no.
We are normal. In case you're
I hope,
wondering,
I hope
I'm
it's
normal.
not broken.
Yeah, it's fine. Even if it was broken, we're not going to tell. We're gonna act cool. Sure, man.
Yeah, what's good, bro?
I'm good, man. I wanna talk. You wanted to talk about happiness.
Yes.
Do you wanna give it a bit of a context of where it came from?
You know,
No, I don't know.
why I want to speak about happiness is because one of my friends actually posted on her WhatsApp status during this week, and her status was written, honestly, are you happy with life? Something along those lines. And you know, whenever I hear them types of questions, I always try to answer as honest as possible. And
Yeah.
anyways, it was written honestly. What do you think? So, anyways, yeah, my response to her status was no. I'm not happy because I'm living my life on potential instead of, you know,
Purpose.
yeah, kind of like that,
Exactly. I don't know.
like not fully, you know, carrying out what I wanted to do. You know, I know it's a bit, I don't know, comparing myself to other people's situation, but yeah, dog. Honestly, there I wasn't happy. You know, when I think about the broader thing, nah, I'm not happy at where I want to be and where I should be. But then I did also tell her that, you know, I do try by all means to do something that makes me happy every day. But in terms of happy, in terms of where I wanted to be, work, and yeah, nah, I'm not happy. But yeah,
You're not happy. And do you think happiness? Because I think this is it touches on where there's momentarily, then there's permanent. There's like an overall feeling.
yeah,
So in the moment you can be happy, like
yeah,
oh that cartoon made me happy, or
yeah,
that event that I went to made me happy. Whereas your life is not a happy life, and that touches on where I think stuff like depression comes in.
yeah.
There's something to be careful about, to say I'm not happy.
Very true.
The opposite of that is being sad, and that's to explain. I know you're not speaking about depression specifically, but it just allows me to speak on it in a sense of when someone is depressed, that's what it means. So you wonder why that depressed person was smiling yesterday.
Yeah.
How did he kill himself today?
Hey,
Because his whole existence is sad,
yeah,
though he has momentarily, in moments he's happy.
yeah,
But every time that moment is gone, he goes, his default setting is sadness.
yeah,
And nothing can change that at
Yeah.
that moment, So I don't think I don't think you should, unless you are depressed, is to say that you are not happy. You are not happy with certain things. I'm not
okay.
happy with my career. I'm not happy with, because once you say I'm not happy, that's basically,
Oh,
you know
okay.
what I'm
Then
saying?
in that context, then yes, I'm not happy with certain things.
Hmm.
Otherwise, I do consider myself really as a trigger happy chappy. You know, I'm a happy guy. You know.
When you wake up, the first thing is
Thank you. I'm alive.
you're happy.
I'm happy.
It's not like man, there's
Nah.
no, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a great way to sum it up.
Yeah.
Personally, I would say there was a time I was speaking to a friend of mine, Fortune. And he was like, "Yo, man, how you doing?" So I'm like, "I'm okay." "Ah, dog, just okay." "Ah, when are you never just okay?" You know, because I'm always like energetic and stuff.
Yeah, true.
And I'm like, "No, man. Yeah, I'm okay." Like, and I've come to realize that that's what we need to be. It's just okay. And he didn't understand it until I mentioned that the problem is the extremes of anything. So seeking this happiness, seeking this overexcitement, yo, it's like the drug, like a drug, for instance.
Yeah.
A drug takes you to an extreme, and then the opposite of that extreme is why drugs are so bad the day after, or alcohol is so bad the day after, because you took your body, your mind, everything went more than it should have been. So now, when you took away all that energy, you need to balance it out with something else. You need to be very still. You need to be very bored. You need to be very sad because you took extra happiness out of you. Like the dopamine also works in that way, and happiness works that way. That's why when someone makes you too happy, it's actually a bad thing. Like that person shouldn't control your happiness or your feelings, and you shouldn't be like, yo, when I'm with you, it's so. Yes, it can be nice. You can enjoy it. You can look like you as happy as everyone else, but don't make so much of it that, I can't imagine life without this. Because once you don't have it, there you feel as though things are not the same. Last week was so nice. Now you no more chatting to. Now you even can't even stand an hour without getting a message from this person because you're so dependent on this feeling. That's not realistic. If I'm making sense.
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense.
So that's my approach with trying to find happiness. My happiness is that. My happiness is middle ground. It's not any extremes of anything. Or that's what I try to.
No. Now that you mentioned that it's middle ground,
but that's for me though.
Yeah, no, it's for you, that's why I did tell my friend that, I try to do something that makes me happy every day, the things that do make me happy, really. I watch a lot of football, man. So anything football content, I go into that. So I will log on to like maybe Instagram or I don't know, YouTube and watch something football related. And then once I'm done watching whatever, I'm back to normal. The thing of saying not happy is because the moment I thought about where I want to be, that's what pissed me off, or that's what made me unhappy at that moment. So man, like, cause I was just thinking about this, what we're talking about this morning, because I had a conversation with Noel, and out of nowhere, I don't know like where it started from, but recently it was my birthday, and I'm like, shit, nigga, I'm 30 years old, fam, and yeah, dog, and you think about it when you're a kid, meaning like you start off high school or late primary school, you're like, yeah, nigga, where do you see yourself even at the age of 25? Because when we're kids, 25, dog, 25 seems old, dog.
It is old as
old,
a kid, true.
So you think about 25 in the sense of, yeah, man, by the time I'm 25, I'm going to be married with kids, not a kid, with kids, and working my dream job and whatever. But then you get to that age of 25 and then you're like, shit, I'm only starting my life now. So that's what I was thinking about in the morning when I was speaking to Noel. And it also sparked up another thing that we branched into, like this thing of happiness and opportunities and work and shit like that. I apologize to women, but I kind of feel that it's a bit more easier for women to be helped than men. Because thinking about my situation of, snap, I'm not happy of where I should be. It's a thing of, if a woman is not happy where she should be, it's kind of easier for them. Because all they have to do is get a husband or get a man. They get married, they bond them, and then they become a housewife. And she's sorted out because that nigga's gonna be looking after her. But
Yeah.
as a man, when we're struggling and we're like, damn, okay, you know what? Let me try plan B. Ban a woman. Nah, dog. Even if you do ban a rich woman, she's still going to be maternally ill or whatever. Because, being pregnant is considered a type of ill. So you can't ban a rich woman and then she's still going to look after you. You still have to.
You still have to be a provider in some sense at certain points.
Yeah, so
like you said, when she's pregnant.
I find it, strange because, it is easier for women in that sense for me.
I see that. So let's go back a bit.
Yeah.
You mentioned 25. That's when you realize now, that's when life started, right?
Yeah.
And there's this thing that they say, you have 2 lives, and your second one starts when you realize you only have one. So, and I think even with that and with what you're saying, it all revolves around a specific ideology.
Yeah.
When it comes to life, that this is what success is.
Yes.
Marriage is what success is. Because even with the example you're giving of the woman, that's a certain ideology, that marriage is success. So therefore, I'm going to assume that you saying that you don't feel like you are okay career-wise, and those are the things that you're like not very pleased with yet. Nah? I'm assuming that it's the average way of that's your ideology, right? That you need a certain amount of money, you need a certain career that you're happy with. I'm assuming that because that's the issue. I think personally, it's that I don't think success is success. Success is anything I put myself like anything that I say I'm gonna do, and then I succeed in doing it. You can be successful in a task, in anything, in a career. True. As long as you said, I want to do that and I believe in that and I think it serves me, then you are successful in it. Then there's this overall success that everyone assumes that you need to do in order to be successful. And I think that's where we fail. And if you can change that mindset and you change what you invest in, what you believe is important, what is valuable to you, you can end up being happier and more successful.
True. Because
you'll find that you go for this thing, but it's only just because you haven't gotten it yet. It's like that chick that everyone says is hot that you need to go for. That's why. And then you realize, that's why I want her. It's because everyone wants her, right? Yeah. But when you date her, what does she become to you? I don't want to use Jay-Z and Beyonce, but I don't think Beyonce is Beyonce to Jay-Z. That's why he could do what people are shocked by, and that's why he could cheat.
Yes, true.
You see, so Jay-Z's success in a woman is not Beyonce.
Yeah.
He is looking somewhere else. As much as he has Beyonce and he's staying there and he's happy, he still sits there and thinks like any human being and says, but it would be nice if...
Yeah.
So I just think we need to reevaluate that, maybe, if I'm fair.
Yes,
being fair, I mean.
Yes, it's
Sorry, my phone. My phone. Continue talking.
It's I see it as a thing of it's a society.
That's my song, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Continue. I've heard it. It's on my playlist. But anyways, like I'm saying, I say it's a society type of problem. Yeah. We put so many, I don't know, examples of how success should look like in life, and then we're like, okay, that's how success is, let me work towards what society showed me what success is. Because a carpenter will make a table today and then he will sell it for however much he wants to sell it for, and whatever he got from selling that table is a successful transaction for him. And you tell people that, yo, I'm a carpenter, they'll be like, just a carpenter. I mean, like, Come on, you know, people these days want to see you as a doctor, as a lawyer, as an accountant, as an engineer. It's unfair that all these other trades are looked down at. Like, yo, bro, it's so fucking unfair. And you know, all these things, it's dangerous for the mind, because so many men, and yes, men, so many men are struggling with being successful because of what society has showed them what success is. Because you know, I'm not saying that I want to have a lot of money, but you know, I want to have money that I can, you know, live off. You know, that
be comfortable.
very
not
comfortable.
have to think about having money. You just sit and say, I'm hungry, or I want to eat at this place. I think that's what money should be for. Not to save in a bag and say I'm so rich. So, just access. Money should buy you access and comfort and convenience.
Because a lot of ladies, you know, they quick to tell niggas, yo, nigga, you broke. And they don't know what that does to a man. You know.
They know. I get what you're saying. You thinking I think the ones who say it that way know what it does, because why are you telling me this? So you want to offend me? You want me to feel that? I know what you're saying. They don't know how the magnitude. It's not in the moment of you just insulting me now, but overall I could think about this forever and say, because our value also comes with women. So like that's why I think I get you. I get what you mean, that they don't know that we value their opinions so much that's why we even make money sometimes. It's for them. So once you tell me I'm broke, it's like shit. And you shouldn't say such stuff like that, because you know that it's incorrect, though, that I value money so much. But you know that I value money so much, and that's a part of my worth. And once you think, you know, I'm worthless, then what am I? What am I doing here?
Because dog, my stats might be wrong, but I feel like 80% of men who work are doing it so that they can get women. Or because they want something from ladies.
I always say that to some of my female friends. I'm like, you guys, do you know why we wake up? Do you know why we spell the way we do? That's why I get shocked even with Lolly, the episode I had with Lolly. When I was asking, I asked her, like, why do women go out? Why do they go to a club? Why do they get dressed? Because because a lot of women have told me that. That's why we get shocked. Like, baby, then why were you wearing this short skirt? And then the girl's like, no, I didn't wear it for you. Because we're so used to doing it for women that we confuse that. Don't you also do it for us? And it's like, nah, they don't need to do that for us, because we just come to them no matter what they're wearing. Whereas our currency is them. Like, you know, like,
it's crazy, man.
So where do you think this thing stems from, Marco? When it comes to, you know, the way we view success, the way we view happiness, the way we view contentment, and should it change, or is it okay that we all view something in a certain way, so that at least we can work together in certain tasks? For instance, if I'm the only one who views life in this way, and I don't have a partner who does, or other people who do, it's highly unlikely for me to find someone who also believes in marriage, if marriage is only my definition. So it's like you kind of still want people who strive for the same things and want the same things, but now I also don't want people who don't want that to feel forced that they need to want what's not for them, if you know what I'm saying. So is it media that's playing a part? What's the issue?
Media and introduction of social media. You know,
hey, that one is a strong one, because it's a personal tip, like, because you have your own page now. You see how normal people are also looking rich.
So already from media, like growing up, TV would always show you when you're watching Generations or Rhythm City or whatever, and then you see that male character is rich because he does this job and that job. And then the one who is selling makwenya is the one who is struggling. So then the society saw that, and then we were like, oh, so I can't have a comfortable life if I sell amakwe.
Yeah.
So then people took that image and started incorporating it in their daily lives, and they're like, I'm working towards what I saw on TV. And then, like I said, introduction of social media just made everything worse. This thing of more couple goals, it started because of social media. So now you see how couples act with each other, and they're like, yo, that's such a nice couple. We should do that. We should be like that. So it's the same thing with work and job and success and happiness. When people are like, we need to do a vacation. They come up with these vacation
There's a certain
things.
thing. There's a certain look. There's a certain place.
Because they saw it on media and social media. So it's hard as us men to keep up with all these, because all these ideas of vacation and couple goals, it's always, or most of the times, majority of the times, it's introduced by our females. And then,
because what do females usually control the narrative of the relationship? Like, is she usually okay, this is the type of couple we are? Does she usually define?
I think they control the image,
your objectives,
the image of how.
Oh, baby, this is nice. This is what so and so did. We need to do this. This is how we should dress.
Yeah, that's
this
why
is
you
the lifestyle
find
we should have.
In a lot of arguments, women are like, did you see how Joe held his girlfriend's hand? Why don't you hold my hand like that?
Okay.
So
there's a lot of
So
so they live for a lot of the time. A lot of females tend to live for other people, not our own situation. We usually competing, and
that's why you find a lot of us niggas, men, are unhappy with certain things at certain times, because we find it so hard to keep up with what everyone is talking about that we should do, because we are so focused at staying in our own lane. Everyone likes to say, yeah, man, stay in your own lane and everything will be good. That's the truth. But then at the end of the day, we're still human. When someone tells you stay in your lane, and then you want to stay in your lane, but then someone from the outside is also going to be like, yo, man, do you see this shit I'm doing? My nigga, I started my own company. I built my own building right here. What you doing, by the way? Like, I just started. But you just started, you were in your own lane until this guy came in and made it so complicated for you. So now, because of all these outside
influences,
these outside influences are the things that contribute to us not being happy, and bro, I'll say it again, bro, it's a serious thing. And ladies, man, just stop. Stop. Not even ladies, man.
I don't think it's
society.
It's understandable. Listen, how can I put it? With men, sure. Again, there we. I'm gonna keep dropping stuff. I think with women, it's social media. Women image comes with women. Women care more about image.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. Image is a good thing.
It is.
Right? Like we spoke about the cologne, the whatever we spoke about earlier. I mean, for instance, when a man looks better, like when he takes better care of himself, we call him metrosexual. We attach it to a more feminine thing about it. Like, why don't... Because being rugged is seen as more masculine, more I don't care how I look, right? So it's more of a genetic thing, and it's not a problem. We need that balance of... Vele, you need to smell good, you need to look good, your room needs to be clean. I mean, the only reason why I cleaned my room was because of my mother, not my father. Or even if he would implement that, it came from a woman. So that's what women carry with them, and the image and looking good and being presentable. Back in school, when it came to our books, the covers of our books, girls' books always look better. Still had the original, the black and the red, that hardcover, the exercise book. You see, so there is value in that, and it's like it's on both sides. Like, don't be too masculine, don't be too feminine. You know, just be what you are. Don't be too much of anything. Anything of a good thing is a bad thing, you know. So
Yeah.
I think that's why even with women, it is good that you aspire to go on a certain vacation with your partner, and therefore, but let's not define it by other people's definitions. Let's not have the pressure of other people
Yeah.
on us. Let's make our own pressure. Like the success, going back to the success talk, what makes me successful is carrying out a task that I put forward, that I said I'm going to do. That's what makes us successful as a couple. We didn't succeed at the end of the year because me and Charmaine decided we're going to go to Durban and we're going to, you know, save so much money to go to Durban for our vacation, and we didn't succeed. Not that we didn't go to Dubai where the Joneses were going to go. Whereas, no, but that wasn't, or we could copy the Joneses idea, but we still make it our own.
Yeah.
And we understand that it's our own, and we're not doing it to show when we come
That
back
you
home
fall in
suddenly,
love
yeah,
with
baby,
pressure.
so where's the pictures? I need to send it to the Joneses.
Yeah.
Oh, can't you so? Yeah, that's, I think, the issue with anyone. Don't live for anyone else.
Yes.
Like you said, it's not just about women. Women, that's where most of their pressure is, social media. We also have a bit of that, but it's not so much. Like, men don't go on social media that much to copy each other. We're not really caught up in that part of the social media
Yeah, we're
element.
just looking at ass.
But, you know, whereas women, you know, a lot of the pressure does fall on them on those platforms. But we have our own.
Yeah.
In other instances, the career stuff you spoke about.
True.
Here's a man who could focus on being a plumber, and have a skill, and you know what I mean, know how to use his hands. But we think everything. Yes, the world has moved more into using your brain.
Yeah.
I mean that's I mean IT, all of this stuff. You know, that's a lot. That's a powerful thing to progress into, but we still can be a carpenter and make a lot of money because and have a business around it, and I mean the amount of money people pay for these things, you know. So we also have that pressure. Like, now why aren't you a builder? Why aren't you a what? Nah, Joe. Contract, what Joe? I can't. So we the same. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Bro.
Like,
It's a thing of bro. Like, people nowadays all want, or majority want, an office job. The moment they think about working, they think about putting on a suit, and sitting in an office and giving orders and stuff. You know, it's funny, bro, because everyone wants to be a boss, but then no one wants to work. You know?
Yeah, who's gonna? Yeah, exactly that. Like, who's gonna do the work?
Yeah.
Even with my career, like, everyone wants to be the lead singer or the artist. Like, you don't know how much a manager would make, a record label owner. Like, we all want the limelight. We all want the thing that looks nice. But again, we're all living for other people, because it's about how you look instead of how much you really earn.
Yeah.
It's like, why does it matter? And it's like you need to remember that even that girl you really like, that's the prettiest, wow, she's so, that girl cries.
Yeah.
That girl has insecurities.
Yeah.
That girl takes off that makeup. That girl takes off that wig if she wears a wig. That girl has smelly feet when me and my fetish. You know, when you know, like, she washes, she's same thing. When in that bath water, it's dirty also. And we keep forgetting that. I don't know why we keep reminding ourselves of how amazing or more amazing people are, instead of also reminding ourselves of, you know, of all the flaws
Also
people have.
flaws,
We need to remind ourselves of the flaws and look at someone and undress them.
Yeah.
You know, like, always just see that guy in the BMW and just think about him without the car.
Yeah.
And then deal with people like that, and then you'll have, even yourself, we will have more confidence, we will be more happy, and we'll be in environments where you're like, nah, I can enjoy myself because I'm not worried that I don't have the best drink tonight. I'll drink my beer. And you can enjoy your beer because you're not scared about who's going to judge you. You're not drinking something beyond your price range. Next thing, you don't have money for food or transport to go to work and make that money again.
Now that you brought up the thing of, like, the example of the beer and drinking shit, you know, so many times, you know, like, you know, when we were growing up, when we used to go to the club in Pretoria.
I was not there. Yeah, but I'm listening to your story. I'm like the listeners now. Yeah, tell us.
But And then you meet a girl at the club, and then she was feeling you until she saw you drinking that Black Label. And then they're
haters.
like, yo, so you drink Black Label, so that means you're poor. It means you have no money. You know,
gosh.
that has been planted from the early Black Label adverts. You remember the early, like they advertise it for.
Like I remember they had a ad where it looked like they're in a mine.
Yes, for the mines. So I think people
look like they're sweating a lot, and they drink it. It's like it was for easy day.
Yeah. So you see, people still have that image of the old Black Label. So
you see now there's two problems there. It's the image of that being the image that they had to portray, and the fact that there's apparently something wrong with mine workers.
Yeah.
There's two issues there. So what if I am a mine worker who drinks or whatever? It goes to what we spoke about. What's wrong with that type of job?
You see?
Yeah.
It's a problem. So they have a problem with, like you're saying, being a miner, which shouldn't be a problem because them niggas are working towards their
success, their goal.
Their goal, exactly.
Their contentment.
Dog. So now, that's why Black Label, remember they made this blue label so that they can give it a green bottle to have the appearance of success. Yeah. And you saw when Blue Label was introduced, the adverts had
different.
A guy who's wearing a suit in a lounge type of area.
I didn't see
Whereas when you think about Black Label, it's niggas sweating, drinking it on their lunch break at a mine. So now ladies see it as a thing of image. So if I go for a guy at the club who drinks via green bottles, that's the successful guy.
Right.
There was this post I saw online. This girl was smelling how Black Label smells like, and then she's like, all I smell in here is poverty.
Wow.
And you know, it's where the fuck is your mind? I mean, like, really?
But it's context of a joke.
No, I know it's a joke, but
no, in the context, I'm like, that's
it's a thing. Come on, you know.
Yeah. But it's because
even with what images too.
Even with what you're saying, it's like it works for Black Label. They have a target audience, a target market. Maybe it's in a certain price range. Very, they do want certain people. But like, what you're saying with us, we are trying to unravel everything. We're even trying to make sure that a guy in the suburb can find, not that he has to be the guy digging, because there is a certain income cap that, it won't match your lifestyle.
Yeah.
But don't disassociate from a certain environment or a certain type of industry and assume you have no place in it just because of what media has taught you. Whereas Black Label was just trying to drive their narrative to get their customers. But now that changed everyone's idea of this thing. When it's like, no, just because BMW has adverts targeted at the executives doesn't mean employees don't buy it.
Yeah.
So why, when it comes to expensive products, do we understand that we can also indulge in it, even though we're not necessarily the target market? Why do people who are broke still go and buy iPhones?
Yeah.
But when it comes to cheaper items, people who are rich, but we don't realize that rich people actually do indulge in these things.
Yeah.
It's actually the middle class. It's the ones who think that they have arrived, the ones who are trying to maintain an image of a life that they don't even live, who are trying to act rich, that say, because you find a rich person drinking that. You find a rich person wearing Mr. Price.
Yes.
And that's what also goes with the race issues of, you find with a lot of white people are very comfortable and they stay rich because they're not working. They're not trying to impress people through image. Or I'm rich. I don't have to show you my money every day. I don't have to wear a certain chain. So it's a whole thing. And it's a big part of it, I won't lie, is it's also a part of who we are as Black people, but it comes with the struggles we've had.
Yeah, bro, this is some real BMS, bro, brown man syndrome, bro. We struggle with identity. We're all gonna say, yeah, man, when I get rich, I'm gonna keep it, amongst my people. Nah, nigga, that's some bullshit, nigga. We're gonna see you in Santon, dog. I like saying that shit whenever I'm with Noel or my brother. I'm like, dog, probably when I have cash, you won't see me in Sandton. But I'm saying that now because I don't have money to go to Sandton.
Yeah. There's
But
also that thing of you can be very humble when you don't have money.
Yeah.
Like everyone's humble.
Yeah.
Wait until you have money to see if you're really humble.
yeah, it's just that I hope by the time I'm my own type of successful,
Yeah.
I am not turned into an arrogant person.
Yeah.
Because I know how hard it is starting from the bottom, bro. You know, another thing that I want to mention about this success and happiness type of thing. Both my parents are doctors, so growing up,
Was that like I just found out today? Like I'm thinking to myself, that was the wrong I was yeah.
So both
Yeah.
my parents being doctors, growing up, you as a kid you have this type of mentality of you're entitled. So just because your parents are successful doctors, that means whatever I am, whatever journey I am on, I am bound to receive it easily because my parents are successful. So and that is the wrong mentality to go into life with, because I had that type of mentality of, no, my parents are doctors, they're successful, that means whatever I'm doing in my field, it's coming to me double folds only because my parents are also successful, not knowing that the work has to be done, bruh. You have to put in all the hard work. You have to start the same place where everyone else started, bruh. It doesn't mean just because my father is working in this department, I'm now going to be promoted to this level and this just because my father is there. Nah,
I get you.
I have to start where everyone else started. And when I realized that, that's how I realized that, oh shit, nigga, we all are human and we all have to start from the bottom and get to wherever the fuck you want to get to. And no, that shit's hard, man. Sorry for swearing a lot. It's just that this thing.
Yeah, he said it's hard, so hard goes with shit. Yeah. I understand. Like with what you said, I think it's just the wording. You shouldn't say I'm gonna receive it easily, but I'm gonna go and get it. I have more potential in getting it, and not because of what's this thing entitlement, but because it's like I was speaking, like the opposite of that is someone whose parents are not those things, right? Someone whose parents are maybe considered underachievers, right?
Yes.
And they would think, therefore I must get it hard, right? And they need to kind of have what the doctor's child has in them, so that they can go and pursue life in a different way. And then you know what I mean? Like, come on, like do what's not expected of them, in their circumstance. And I was saying to a friend of mine that, because we were speaking about arrogance and confidence, and it's like, I think people don't get the fact that confidence comes from a bit of a lie in believing you are better. To some degree, you have to believe either I'm better or I can be better than the next man. Though overall, you realize that the only reason the next man couldn't be as good as me is because they didn't put in as much effort. They also had hands like me. They also had a brain. I just applied it more. But the belief in saying, it's like with white people, certain white people were told you are better than that black man.
Yeah.
And you can see it even after apartheid, even what this guy, the confidence,
they believe
he might be dirtier than you, might not have as much money as you, but his confidence is way more than yours.
Crazy.
So you find a rich guy still being humbled by this white guy who has way less, but another black guy who has even more than him is confident around. It's like, so I believe in that mindset, but it needs to be applied correctly, where you should say, no, my dad is a doctor. Hey, that means I am smart. Because you believing you're smart means you're going to have to prove it.
Yeah.
Hey, doc, I think I'm smart. So when you're in class, I should know maths because my dad knows maths. So you find a lot of kids who don't know certain things that their parents do, or the science because my dad did science, whatever. And a lot of them just come with the conclusion of vele vele, you're not supposed to always be like your parents. But like I say, I think we can all do anything. And I think a child whose father is a doctor should be able to do maths better than a child whose father is not, because he has a person in the house who knows maths better than he can apply it easy. You know, there's ways in which he could fix whatever issues he has with mathematics.
True.
Not to say that that's what he should do, but I mean, you are in that environment. You're more likely to. You know what I'm saying? Not that it's a genetic thing. We can maybe say that, but that's kind of the idea of it, I think. You know, that's why in certain homes, because this person sang, therefore that child sang, therefore, then you think, oh, we're all musically inclined. And it's like, I don't even believe in talent. I don't think anyone's born with anything. I think you just can catch on to things quicker than others because you've been surrounded
So the thing you catch
with
on,
it more.
the thing you catch on is what you choose to make your trait.
Exactly. And sometimes you don't even choose it. It's just in your face the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like, so I just don't believe in talent. I don't believe... Listen...
That's crazy.
No, you have certain things in your brain that can make you more receptive to certain things. So, for instance, there's this argument that Messi is more talented, and then Ronaldo worked on it, right? Messi wasn't born kicking a ball. It's not possible. He was a child. He was a baby. Come out. I can't just kick it. Even the first kick, he didn't get it right. But he could get it maybe quicker than someone else. Maybe because certain parts, maybe there are genetic parts that allow for him to apply his foot in a certain way. But he would still have to work at it. And you know what I mean? Then you take advantage of the fact that I can apply maybe physical activities better than someone else. Therefore, you know, like Michael Jackson had to be a certain height. LeBron James had to be a certain height, a certain build. Those are the genetic things. Those are the things that comes with he has talent. You know what I'm saying? And then everything else you still have to apply, you know. And then you find the environment that the person is in, the amount of soccer being played in that area. And then this child is always holding a ball instead of watching cartoons and what. Maybe they just more focused on just doing this one thing.
So you can't say something like it's in his genes.
I personally won't say a specific thing is in your genes.
So
yes, you more like soccer. And the talent is not in your genes. I get that you can do something better than someone else, but you can't. You're not born a soccer player. That's what I don't believe.
So success.
You are born maybe with better legs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But my question, so can success be seen as something that's in a person's genes, because you know that's how, you know, they put it.
So this concludes.
It can't.
So this concludes the conversation now of what we said what success was. So this will go back to.
I
So what are we saying? Do you want to ask the question again in another way?
Nah.
So is what the world deems as amazing or successful more in your genes? Cool. Yeah, some people are lucky to be doing.
It's a
some
skill.
people some people, it's like music.
Yeah.
Right now, Mapiano is the music that's working out, right? It's the pop genre right now. Hip hop is a pop genre right now. There was a time hip hop wasn't the pop genre. It wasn't the popular genre. If you're born now and you're in your environment, your dad is a producer of Mapiano, your mom does hip hop, she's a raps, and you learn how to do those things because it's in your house. And it's still trending maybe for 10 years. You come out as an artist, a young, Mzambianyana, wa Mapiano, wa hip hop. You drop an album. Success is in their genes. You're not thinking when the dad did it, maybe it wasn't, you know what I mean? Or but you just happen to be doing the thing that's working right now. And everyone likes. And everyone popularized and said, this is the thing to do. It's like being a doctor. We're in a certain environment, people are sick enough for doctors to be relevant enough. If people were healthy, doctors wouldn't be shit. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like doctors are only so amazing and so successful because they always get business. That's why being a doctor seems so amazing. But once the demand goes away, there's going to be a new thing now.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm trying to... It will be about the guy who makes people sick. Because everyone's healthy. Hey, that guy, So that's the talk about it. So anyway, that's my view. That's just my view. Just sharing opinions.
I do get you.
Thanks. Yeah, that's why you're on Delite side of life, to come on my side of life. To get me. I don't care about you.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm joking, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Marco.
Nah, no
We're
problem.
wrapping it up, man. This was a nice one.
I think this was a successful conversation.
I couldn't
See what I
agree.
did there?
Yeah. I went up, G.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, man. Bye.
Piece of cake.
Peace. This was another episode of Delite Side of Life. Peace.
Woo, woo.
Oh, yeah.
Keep
At
good,
night.